Today's question, I have taken out gluten and dairy. Now what? I'm Sarah Clark, the founder of Fab Fertile and your host. I'm a fertility expert and support couples to get pregnant naturally or improve their chances at the fertility clinic with their own eggs. I'll be answering your questions so that you don't waste time and you can fast track your chances of pregnancy success. Today's question, I have taken out gluten and dairy. Now what? So if you've taken out gluten and dairy, that's awesome. Hopefully you're feeling better. But you may not be pregnant yet. So that's why you're here. And so many times people will take out dairy and gluten. So as long as you're 100%, you've got to be, especially with gluten, if there's a sensitivity to it, which we see as a theme, with people with low AMH and high FSH and diminished ovarian reserve and premature ovarian insufficiency, non-celiac, gluten sensitivity, even celiac, that even a crumb of gluten and can then impact your body's ability to procreate because it's under attack by a seemingly innocuous bit of grain or gluten, but it can cause an immune reaction in your body for weeks, months, or even years. So sounds very extreme, but if you are sensitive, it is key to take it out. And that means typically it's for you and your partner. It's not about you completely being gluten-free, noticing that, you have some issues with it and your partner's over there munching on bread and using the same toaster as you, cutting bread or eating gluten, and it's in the kitchen. That can cause a reaction in your body as well. So it's important that both of you guys do the elimination diet together. And then, taking out the top allergens. So if you've gone dairy and gluten free, I really encourage you to listen to how and why to do the elimination diet on the podcast. I go through the exact steps you need to do, but you're taking out the top allergens, which are dairy, gluten, soy, corn, peanuts, and eggs, processed sugar, and yes, alcohol for 10 days, and then systematically reintroducing over the course of 30 days. And so many people are they're on the fertility journey and they may have, like in this case, so low AMH or high FSH or premature ovarian insufficiency, diminished ovarian reserve. And so dairy and gluten can be good. We recommend taking that out for 60 to 90 days, but we will do the elimination diet and then tweak it with food sensitivity testing. So basically the whole idea is, how do we reduce inflammation in your body? We've got people intolerant to avocados, tomatoes, like things that are, things that they may be eating on a regular basis. So you could have leaky gut or intestinal permeability. So that's when your body mounts an immune response to your favorite foods. I've had a food sensitivity test. The whole entire thing was lit up because I was on just heaps of antibiotics and hormonal birth control and chronic stress, which completely destroyed the health of my gut. So definitely, if you have gone dairy and gluten free and you're not pregnant yet, it is to dig deeper into the diet piece, looking at the elimination diet with your partner, look at food sensitivity testing and additional testing too. Do we have something going on in the gut? And we see that as well. So parasites, bacterial infections, fungal infections. We see, the health of the gut, the health of the vaginal microbiome too, is key. We see that out of balance, especially if you're dealing with, bacterial vaginosis, recurrent yeast infections, recurrent UTIs. Those are things to consider. What is out of balance? Why is this not working? And it's great that you've started with the dairy and gluten, but to dig deeper is key. And as we restore, as we reduce inflammation on the body, get the body out of that sympathetic fight or flight into that parasympathetic rest and digest, we can then get the body back in the balance, and the body can then conceive. So take care. Thanks so much for being here. If you've got a question that you want answered, simply go to Fab Fertile Inc. on Instagram, send me a DM, and we will answer your question on an upcoming show. That's Fab Fertile Inc. and send me a DM. And please refer to our disclaimer below. Take care.